Hey everyone, welcome to Portal Beasts, the very first version of my pixel RPG made in Godot. This is where it all started. Back then, I was just learning pixel art, trying to make tiles, buildings, and characters from scratch. I walked around this little world a lot, testing movement, lighting, and just getting used to how everything fits together. I've learned so much since then, and this was only the beginning. For this update, I decided to rebuild the entire tile map from scratch. I thought bigger tiles would look better, so I made everything 64 by 64 pixels. But it was way too zoomed in. The world felt empty and hard to design. I've learned that 16 by 16 tiles just work better. Smaller, cleaner, and way easier to build with. For this update, I decided it was time for a new main character. The old one felt too basic, so I started redesigning from scratch. I'm still not totally happy with the design yet, but it already feels more like a real main character now. I also added some of the first beasts into the world. It's such a small thing, but seeing them move around really makes everything feel alive. Until now, the world felt empty, but adding creatures, small details, and movement made a huge difference. Finally, I built a big forest area to explore. It's the biggest zone so far, and even though it's still simple, it finally feels like a world worth walking around in. For this update, I decided to completely remake the tile set again. The old one didn't really fit the style I wanted for the game. This new version feels cleaner and more colorful. It finally looks like the world of Portal Beasts is coming together. I also added a brand new inventory system for the beasts. Now I can actually see which beasts I've caught and interact with them. It might not look like much yet, but being able to place them, move them around, and manage them in-game was a huge step forward for development. I just wanted to take you through everything I've been working on recently. There's been a ton of progress, from new worlds and battles to a much better inventory system. So yeah, let's just walk through it all and hang out for a bit while I show you what's new. So first up, the main town has changed again. I've redone some of the tiles, added new buildings, and just tried to make everything feel more polished. There's a little fountain now, which I really like. It adds a nice centerpiece to the town. And overall, I think this version finally feels like a proper starting hub for the game. From there, I've added a bunch of new worlds you can travel to. There's the Flower World, which is super bright, colorful, and a bit over the top, but that's what makes it fun. Then there's the Swamp, which has a darker tone and just feels completely different to walk through. I also added a Sky World, which is calm and peaceful, kind of like a break from the rest of the game. And of course, there's the new Lava World, full of heat, danger, and fire beasts to discover. It's one of the first dungeons in the game, and it connects directly from the forest. It's not super complicated yet, but it already gives you that sense of exploring something hidden, and I think it adds a lot to the atmosphere. Another huge part of this update is the battle system. You can actually send your beast out and fight others in the world now. I've added basic attacks like Slash and Flower Power, and it's just really fun seeing those damage numbers pop up. There's still a lot of balancing to do, but for now it finally feels like the beasts are coming to life and actually part of the gameplay. I also completely rebuilt the beast inventory. Before it was really rough. You could technically see your beasts, but it didn't feel good to use. Now it's way more organized. You can switch between beasts, check their levels, and everything just feels smoother. It's one of those things that you don't really notice right away, but it makes a big difference while playing. It's small stuff, but it really makes the world feel more alive and connected. Speaking of feeling alive, I've added a bunch of small improvements to the world itself. There are more movement animations, more background details, and just a bit more personality in every area. Even the lighting and grass layers make a difference now. It feels like a real place you want to explore. I've also started working on evolutions, or at least the early idea of it. The plan is for beasts to grow stronger as you spend more time with them, not just through leveling up, but maybe through exploration or death, so that each beast kind of evolves differently depending on how you play. It's still just a concept, but it's something I'm really excited to keep building on. It's crazy looking back and seeing how far this game has come already. Anyway, that's everything for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.